Hello everyone, it's Jamal Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. So Eminem has quote unquote, I just want to make sure my mic is on. Wait, let me make sure my mic is on first. I don't want people like, dude, I can't hear you. Alright, good. So Eminem has joined the resistance. Eminem has joined the resistance. This is funny. So Radical Bad Boy, during the old days, the guy who was so edgy and he was so cutting edge, it was too much. Now he's just a Democrat. That's awesome. That's awesome. When I hear stuff like this particular person joined the resistance, and Eminem is joining the resistance. Oh my God, if you were Eminem joining the resistance, I think to myself, what exactly is he resisting, and why did he just now start? That's what I ask. That's what I want to know. I always want to know this when people say they're part of this quote-unquote resistance. I don't know what that means. To be fair to Eminem, I haven't read whatever he was saying, his rap. But I'm assuming what's in it, and I'm probably going to agree with everything he said. The catch is, I got to be honest, I hate stories like this. My disagreement with Eminem on this is not so much in the things that Eminem is saying. In fact, let me read this, because I'm ready. So, this is Common Dreams. The rest of America stand up, Eminem rips Trump. For those of you who missed it, as in most of us, who are generally too old for this sort of thing, son of Detroit, Michigan, is like in his 40s, son of Detroit, Michigan, came to stomp at Tuesday's BET Hip Hop Awards, delivering an electrifying freestyle rap slamming Trump and his many crimes, from racism to warmongering to malfeasance in Puerto Rico. Okay, good job. Yes, I do think Trump's a racist, so that's fine. Yes, he was fucking horrible in Mexico, and he still is. The overwhelming majority of the island still doesn't necessarily have electricity, so yes, that's also true. But why now? Like, God damn it, man. My wife, let's stop pretending as if this shit is just now, this hasn't been happening before. Does he believe that Obama, who went into 8 countries, wasn't a warmonger? The fuck are you talking about? This edgy rapper has become a Democrat, an establishment Democrat. The edgy rapper, now in his 40s or 50s, however old Eminem is now established, buttoned up Democrat. Resistance my ass. What are you resisting? Is it that they're okay with people bombing and maiming and killing and warmongering and all this other stuff, providing the person has a certain tone about him? Meaning, it's horrible for Trump to deport Mexicans and deport Hispanics and whoever else from the country. It's horrible for Trump to go into these countries warmongering and killing people. But it's okay for Obama to do it because Obama wasn't racist. Is that where we are? I don't understand. I fundamentally miss where this resistance shit comes in within regards to Eminem and these other people who are saying all of a sudden they're part of the resistance. Resistance to what? And why are you just now getting on board this idea of resistance? And why is this specific to a particular party? When if you were actually resisting something, you would be resisting both, because both of those parties are fundamentally the same. This is the part that I miss. This edgy rapper, Eminem, he's edgy. And now he's just a button-up Democrat who's also part of the Hillary fan club. It's fucking amazing. My wife, Mrs. Thomas, got very cross at me one day. Actually, her name is Hollingsworth Thomas. I always say Mrs. Thomas for short. I didn't want her to give up her name. I didn't want her to give up her name. I am ferociously independent. And I could not conceive of a situation where I, as a human being with a particular identity, is getting married to somebody, and I'm going to let that person subsume my identity. If I myself cannot see myself doing that, I in no way can see my wife doing the exact same thing. And I was immensely against her giving up her last name. We ended up on this thing of a hyphenation. I call her Miss Thomas for short. Yeah, that's a major tangent. Mrs. Thomas got very cross at me one day. There was an artist who sung a particular song, and she wanted me to hear the song that this particular guy was singing. The guy starts off singing the song, And ultimately, the song boiled down to how he was shattered on election night when Hillary Clinton lost the election. Now, he didn't say it in those specific terms, but that's where he was getting at. And I flipped out. I totally flipped out. I ripped the song apart. Not just ripping the song apart, having to go slightly at her for saying, it's like, do you honestly believe that the things that they're talking about just started to happen? Do you honestly believe it? Obama gave 95% of the wealth to the top 1%. What the fuck was Eminem singing about that? What was he singing about that? He was in one country after the next. He was bombing like 8 countries. He took 2 wars to 8. What is Eminem talking about, this warmongering stuff? He was droning civilians in mass. What was the resistance? What was Eminem part of the resistance when Obama was doing this stuff? I'm just making this thing of a certain level of integrity if you're going to talk about you're some kind of resistance. We're fighting for Puerto Rico. Okay, I get it, man. He's an easy target. He's an easy target. He's a fucking gross human being. He's an easy target. Where was all of this ire during the last administration? When some of the things that you're singing about currently in your raps, right now, talking about Donald Trump, having to go at Trump, was taking place in the last administration. And the administration before that, and the administration before that. I'm just asking this question. When Obama is up there, and he croons and he sings so nicely, I don't remember Eminem going to any of these BET awards having to go at Obama over the shit that he's saying that Trump is doing right now. That's the point I'm getting at. That is the point I'm getting at. We're resisting when it's when it's an easy target. That's great. That's great. All right, I'm going to keep this one short because I have like 2 or 3 that I want to do. But one of my subscribers kind of pointed this out, saying like, "What do you think about the Eminem thing?" I think it's fucking ridiculous. I understand, and don't misunderstand. I want to be very clear on this. Everything that Eminem was saying in that rap, I would probably say yes, I agree. I would agree. I do think Trump is a racist. I do think he's a horrible fucking person. I do think he's that view of the world determines how he interacts with Mexico. I mean, with Puerto Rico. Yes, I do believe that. So fair enough. Everything in the rap is probably true. I am just getting at the point of, just because that's true, it doesn't necessarily mean that the other party is this kind of bag of angels. You can have the situation where the problem is both. If you're going to be this rebel, edgy, revolutionary rapper, then the issue is both. Deal with the actual issue. If one president is doing it and you think he's fucking gross, when the other president is doing it, it looks like you would also think he's fucking gross if you're going to be some level of consistency. So coming out with this kind of rap, yes, is easy target. You're on BET and you're having to go with Donald Trump. That's easy. That's easy. That doesn't thrill me in the least. So what? So what? Easy pickings. Integrity will be to go after both. Integrity would say, there's a fundamental thing, or fundamental basis to which I am making these arguments and in which I am attacking this person. And if both people are responsible or both people are eligible to be attacked in this way, then I'm going to attack both. Meaning both parties joining the resistance. I don't know what that means. No clue what that means. Alright guys, I'm going to end this because I want to... Dude, it was just a song. A rapper made a song. I don't care. People were complaining, and people were not complaining, but people were kind of making this thing out like it was some big fucking deal that Eminem has quote unquote jumped on the resistance. He's part of the resistance. I have no clue what the resistant means. Zero. I have zero clue. Nor am I enamored with the fact that some has-been rapper is now a part of it. So, yes, I'm being an asshole when I'm being a grump on this point. I get sick of the bandwagon thing, man. I prefer to these guys, if you're going to deal with stuff, I just deal with it on the level of integrity. You can take a position that I may not necessarily like, but at least be earnest with the position. At least have that same standard, whatever you're using that standard for both, or for whatever the political thing is. Do you honestly believe that Eminem making a song that is supposed to be some kind of mouthpiece and getting all of this publicity for a song that he's making, saying he's quote unquote joining the resistance? Eminem has joined the resistance. What is the basis of his argument? Where is he putting his stake in the ground to make that argument? And where he's putting the stake in the ground to make that argument, does it apply to both parties? That's what I'm getting at. Does it apply to both parties? If it applies to both parties, why the hell is Eminem just now joining the resistance? That's my point. That's my point. Yes, I'm being a grunt, so fair enough. Alright, I'm not going to have this one to be long because I have 2 more. Alright, guys. If you enjoy the content, feel free to share, subscribe, and of course, you can always support through Patreon. Thanks, guys.